I'm Scarlett Curtis, I'm 22 years old, and I have depression, anxiety, and PTSD.
I have major depression with psychotic features, generalized anxiety disorder, and trichotillomania. I have a lot of anxiety, and I struggled with depression in the past.
I suffer from depression.
My mental illnesses are major depressive disorder, general anxiety disorder, and post-traumatic stress.
Diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and the jury's still out, but DID, which is the dissociative identity disorder.
My formal diagnosis was last year, but I had been basically experiencing symptoms since maybe 7th or 8th grade.
Trichotillomania when I was 11 years old, generalized anxiety around the same time, and major depression 6 months ago.
I just walked into a mental health center at my school, and then I had some conversations with my therapist, and then I told her about some of the behaviors that I've been noticing that were hindering with my work performance in my projects and like classes in general. So yeah.
I had been getting bullied in school pretty badly, and I just remember like after that horrible school year ended, I would just be like sitting at home, and I remember my mom just being like, "You just can't do anything. Like, I just don't think you're happy right now."
It does feel like kind of like a bomb is exploding a little bit, because I have them at really strong moments. It's not consistent, because I think my anxiety, I really block it out during like majority of the time.
Growing up in a very conservative Chinese family, mental health kind of did not exist. I don't know, it's like very hard growing up in that environment, being told that you need to be strong and that your like family issues doesn't exist outside of your house. I grew up in a Black household that didn't really talk about mental illness very much.
Rebellious at that age. I was very reluctant to take care of myself or taking anyone else's advice because I was so stuck in my ways.
I don't like Western medications or supporting pharmaceutical companies, so I do all the hippie shit.
I've been in talking therapy for 6 months, and I've been on a new antidepressant for the last 6 months called Trintellix, which has been really helping me.
I don't know, I think when I got to understand myself better, I invested more time in the things that I really enjoyed. So I love to act, sing as well, writing. I write a lot of poetry, which I think Sad Girls Club is amazing in that way. And those are just ways that I can channel my emotions.
I do a lot of meditation, I do a lot of reading, and I use art therapy kind of. I draw, I sit in parks for hours and just like think. Wake up, I cook for myself, I go out, get some sunlight, sit in the park, drink tea. I do things that like, add to my little bit of happiness.
Well, I'm a real busy bee, so I stay busy. I'm a writer. I do poetry.
I think if I was going to talk to a younger girl or talk to my younger self, I would just say be kind to yourself. And that is the easiest thing to say, but treat it as if it's an illness. Treat it as if you have broken your leg or you've got the worst cold in the whole world.
I would say to keep going. That's sort of a mantra that I live by every day now.
Your fears are all in your head, and that it is okay to shine, even though other people fear that you might be greater than them, and that you don't have to shrink yourself in order to be a part of the crowd.
Talk to someone and stop internalizing everything. Share yourself with someone, and you just never know who shares that same experience with you.